9 a.m. I'm on 12-hour shifts again.
Oh. Are we doing a plug?
Yeah, so we're streaming live now.
Wonderful.
Yeah, no, it's great. This is awesome. We can better connect with our fans this way by streaming
Yes.
live.
Yes. Yes, we can.
Hi, Gamezoid. I see you. He said woot. This is great. Alright, Lord, please. Let's just say a prayer real quick before we decide to commit career suicide and cancel ourselves.
Wait,
Lord, I don't believe in you, and I never will, but please don't fuck us up tonight. That's all I ask.
where the hell? I mean, what are we?
Here is the church. Here's the steeple. Open the doors and let in all the people.
Wait, hold on,
Amen.
stop. Somebody has to answer my damn question. Where are we streaming live to? Because like I don't even know.
Twitch.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So y'all two better, don't embarrass me.
I mean, you embarrassed yourself just by being in existence. So I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow, I feel attacked. I feel attacked.
Well, that's a personal problem. See, nobody said that we were attacking you. You felt that way. So, in a way, get fucked.
Also,
Okay. So,
Lifty, can you go post on Twitter that we are live and just
wonderful.
link the
We are still recording this, though, aren't we?
Yes, it is being
Yeah, we
recorded.
are live. Wonderful.
Good.
So, thank you for everybody that's joining us live on Twitch. Welcome to Furry Frequencies, the
All three
soundtrack to
people.
your furry life. And this is our second live podcast.
This is our
Welcome. Yeah, this is our second one.
Oh, that's
Wait,
right.
when was the first one?
At
The first one was during BronyCon.
yeah,
Oh, right.
that one was that was weird. We had a bunch of people who just decided to interrupt our podcast that time.
Smacked your lips.
So it was, it was interesting. We had people who would walk behind us and just stop and wave, and then we had some person who I won't name. He likes to wear diapers, and that can be any furry. He decided to crash our podcast, more or less. So yeah, that was interesting. Hopefully, with this, no one is going to do that. So I'd like to welcome you all to the second, but the first official live stream episode of Furry Frequencies. My name is Silox, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-hosts, Lifty
Hi.
and IBM.
You fucking stupid.
Okay. Oh, and also, we have our amazing producer, just roll with it, Happy, who is going to be assisting us with the call-ins. That's right. You, the people, will be able to call in via Discord and have your opinion or question heard. It's amazing, and I'm looking forward to hearing some stuff from you all. But on tonight's episode, we are going to be talking about social media and its effect on the furry fandom. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you have to know social media is arguably one of the most important of inventions in human history. Literally, it's so important that millions and millions and millions of Americans a day spend about 30 minutes on Facebook wasting valuable, productive work time. Excuse me, work time. I'm a little nervous, so bear with me here. Shit. They waste hours. God, I am just nervous doing this.
Yes, you are.
I
But
am.
first of all, I want to stop you for a second. You said that social media is one of the most important inventions in modern history.
Yes, it is.
You
I,
serious?
I will
You
defend that.
serious?
Yes, it is.
A toaster is more important than
No,
social
it's
media.
not.
Social media was a mistake.
No, it's not. I'll tell you why. Without social media, you would not have Wendy's giving sick burns to people who ask dumb questions, or to
Oh, dude.
restaurants like Arby's who think that they're top shit. All right. So
Hey! Don't rag on Arby's. Arby's is good.
Arby's sucks. All right.
Shut up.
Look, anybody who
Shut up.
likes Arby's should be taken out back and then slapped with a bottle of butter because you're stupid. Arby's is
Bottle
terrible.
of butter? Where do you get a bottle of butter?
Why do you keep smacking your lips for one?
First of all, I have my sources. Second of all, let me tie this back into furry real quick. Without social media, the furry fandom would not be a thing. And I say that because even though those people years ago had started the fandom in their tiny basements, or well, I guess more accurately, at a science convention or whatever you call it, the furry fandom would not have grown into the giant, unslayable beast that it is today without the advent of social media. And
You're
that
giving me heartburn.
Shut up. That started with things called IRC chat, instant relay chat.
Yep.
Good
Internet
Lord.
relay.
Yeah, internet relay chat. Yeah, I was in an IRC before.
So was I.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we were OG. You were never cool, Psylocke, until you got a fursuit.
Well,
Yeah,
excuse me?
Yeah, IRC chat was like really old school way of chatting with people online, and it actually predates a lot of what you see like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that bullshit. But yeah, back about a decade ago, IRC was like the way of chatting, and I know if you watch the fandom documentary, they of course talk about furry muck
Hmm.
and how people would type in and role play on furry muck.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
It was kind of like that, but it was much more fast paced. I think it was much more like what you'd see on Telegram right now or Skype. Um,
But,
and yeah,
but you'd have to admit, though, that had a profound impact on the fandom because that was the first time someone probably sent ooh woo, notices your budge, necky wecky, all that bullshit. That was the first
Budge?
time. I said bulge. I didn't say budge.
You said budge.
Shut up. That was the first time, okay? That
Yeah.
was the first time someone did that. And from there, it blossomed into Skype and then Kick, and some people had GeoCities, and you had AOL, Instant Messenger, and all this other stuff. So the fandom thrived because you had that interconnectivity. If we didn't have that, if Al Gore didn't invent the internet, asterisk, I don't
Al Gore.
think the
Okay, keep
fandom
going. Yeah.
would have gotten to this point. So
I will agree with you there. Yeah.
nowadays though, I would argue that the fandom kind of operates only on two platforms of social media: Fur Affinity and Twitter. Now, say what you want about Weasel or whatever the fuck it's called, and Ink Bunny and the other failed startups that tried to take down FA, and say what you want about the YouTubes of the world, the Instagrams and Snappy Chat. Say what you want about that. The furry fandom exists on only two forms of social media, and their impact on the fandom, arguably to both of them, has been massive, especially for Affinity.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Twitter hasn't had a profound impact because it has.
Well, Twitter has had a massive impact.
Yes, and we will look into whether that impact has been good or bad because, oh boy, you can make an argument for both cases. But
Oh yeah.
largely for FA, it has been positive, excluding moderation issues. FA's impact on the furry community has been extraordinary. It's a gathering place for artists to charge for their artwork, writers to show off their furry smut, people to commission artwork of their personas that they probably jerk off to later on. That's one of the impacts that FA has had. I mean, they even have their own furry convention. I mean, no one goes there because it sucks and it's run
The
by.
biggest impact that FA has had is a place for me to find some quality porn to fab to.
That's pretty much. You know what? Pretty much.
I
yes.
mean,
You know
if
what's amazing?
everybody can be as fucking pure as they want to be in their own eyes, like I'm in the furry fan because it gets me. It's a place for me to connect and blah blah blah. Shit, you're in there so you can get the porn. It's okay. Why are you ashamed of your reason? Just be fucking real with yourself.
Well, not everybody's there for porn.
Oh, George. Okay. Is it just me?
Shit.
I'm the only one. Lifty, are you a pure, innocent child of the furry fandom?
I thought you were
no.
about to say peer puppy. I was like, wow. Okay.
Hell no.
Okay.
I'm
This is
pure. I'm pure and innocent.
Do you have a crusty
Are you
fursuit?
serious? I've seen what you do with airports and feet.
Okay.
You are not pure.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't do that stuff. So, no, I don't. Look,
So you don't get stopped at the fucking airport, and then they say we got to do a cavity search, and you're like, "Oh yes."
I'm not into that. I'm not like sex for
When they put the latex glove, when they do the cavity search, they put the latex glove on their foot,
Ew.
not on the hand, but the foot.
Okay.
No, but you want to know the most amazing fact about FAU
What's that?
is that it is
New Jersey?
organized. No, it's organized and it's run by Fur Affinity, one of the biggest furry art sites on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Everybody knows about Fur Affinity, and everybody has access to Fur Affinity, and yet all they can do is manage about 500, 600 guests in a hotel right off of Dulles, one of the biggest international gateways in America.
I don't know
And they
about
can
that.
only manage like 500, 600 guests.
Smacked your lips.
You know what's funny? There, there was a coronavirus party that had more guests than FAU had.
I know. Isn't it? Oh my God.
That's sad, but it's also kind of funny.
Well, it's sad because, come on, Dragonair, you have control over this section of the internet. Why don't you utilize?
No, it's because he needs more donations, quote unquote, to afford a bigger convention.
Oh, to hell with that. But
You're not wrong.
We're being
not
DDoSed. Everyone
wrong.
donate.
You're not wrong. I am not a fan of that sketchy donation system because it's a front for something. Yeah, either he's money laundering or he's like pissing through money like it's water. So,
Yeah.
But no, FA has been largely a very important part of the furry fandom, and that's largely in part due to its societal. Well, I shouldn't say societal. Excuse me. It's cultural impact with the furry fandom. It's even though it's primarily a site to display art, you can't deny that it had an impact from a social media standpoint.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah.
Now, some would argue though that its impact as of recent has diminished with a lot of people switching to Twitter. And real quick, I know there are some people who say, well, what about Facebook? Let's be real. The only people who use Facebook these days are boomers, Russian trolls, and stay-at-home wino moms. So,
All right, so why the fuck you gotta keep bringing the Russians in here, man? We
Really?
had nothing to do. We had nothing to do with this.
really?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's got a point. Yeah, the Russians had nothing to do with this.
Okay.
So why are you bringing my people into this fucking this whole thing? Because now I'm taking offense. I'm gonna slap you.
Psylocke, spoka jelita da istina.
I speak American. I don't speak whatever.
You
Ah,
speak
no,
American.
Stuff. That's offensive.
That's offensive to who? What the
But,
fuck did I just type?
But well,
Yeah, Twitch is
so it can be argued that one of the biggest social media sites for the furry community is, of course, Twitter. And a lot of this came about because of the Tumblr porn ban that happened a couple of years ago.
Yes.
Because of it was a reaction to FOSTA and SESTA that was passed.
Fuck you, Tumblr.
And also because Verizon just bought Tumblr and they put in new management that just looked at all the smut and said, "Yeah, get rid of all this shit." It didn't matter. It didn't matter that so many people were going to Tumblr for the porn.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
Hey, hold on. Can we pause for just a second? Why is Happy in Gateway all by himself?
He's the moderator.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
What changed you
I
think?
was confused. I thought he was in the wrong channel. I was like, wait, what's happening?
Oh
Isn't he?
no. I'm sure Happy's listening to us on
I was
Twitch.
just wondering because I'm like, he moved out of live voice into gateway, and I'm just like, he's in the timeout corner, and he has no idea. I mean, he's
Jesus.
like, have we started, guys? I was like, he's in the wrong channel. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He said you say he's in the timeout corner.
Uh,
That's so
so
mean.
anyway,
You were talking about Tumblr
anyway, so
being
yeah, we're
assholes.
talking about Tumblr, and so it didn't really matter to them that so many people on Tumblr were using Tumblr to quickly and easily post their porn, post their pornographic art. A lot of Tumblr users enjoyed very lax moderation regarding what they could post. So a lot of social justice was born and bred on Tumblr.
Yeah.
Then when Tumblr decided to do its porn ban, a lot of these users shifted to Twitter, and Twitter has since then kind of enjoyed a large group of furries that both enjoy fursuits and also enjoy porn.
I'm sorry. I missed part of what you said. I was dumb.
So now we're here on Twitter,
Yeah.
and of course, there are so many furries on Twitter,
Twatter.
um,
That's it.
talking about different things on on the furry community. A lot of people love to throw off hot takes on Twitter, and also toss out a cancel here and there. Cancel this person because they do this, cancel that person because they do that, blah blah blah. I have proof that they did this. They're a shitty person, blah blah blah. You shouldn't give them a platform, blah 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 blah. So,
And you know what? I want to delve into that actually. How
mhm.
do you all feel about cancel culture with God, I hate using that buzzword. Cancel culture with its impact on the furry fandom. I know a lot of people have mixed opinions on it. They see it as one, it's a positive because we are outing the problematic individuals within the community who need to be called out for their misdeeds because either they're so egregious that they don't deserve a place within the fandom or they've been skating by under the radar and it's time to show them for who they are. While on the other hand, some will also say this goes too far. We're trying to police people a bit too much and canceling those for simple mistakes that someone may have made on accident or they may have made years ago. So,
Yeah,
how do you? What's your take on this? Is it been
I
a
think it's a double-edged sword, to be honest. And I say that because while cancel culture, it's doing what you said it is. It's outing people that that really shouldn't have a platform or
Mhm.
shouldn't be platform to actually promote some of
Fucking Zeta.
their more toxic um, posts.
Those people, especially, don't need a fucking platform. They don't deserve one.
Oh no, they
Well,
don't.
hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
But it also, I think that the cancel culture has also kind of bred a lot of toxic behaviors amongst furries. Like, notice how the most cancel happy furries are the ones that are like the loudest and the most obnoxious, and the more um, boisterous furries. Like, they will say anything however they want, whenever they want. They will they will type tweets in all caps sometimes, and they get away with it. They get away with they're not calm about this. They go hard, fast, and go with all guns blazing.
Hard in the paint. They pretty much go hard in the paint with some of these posts. Yeah, some of the people who give these call outs, and I'm not naming names, I won't do that. They
Yeah.
really go hard in the paint with a lot of these call outs. And on occasion, they have been wrong because there's just been just scramble to get all this information out there as quickly as possible to be first. And in doing so, they haven't properly vetted the facts, which is dangerous. And this
Yeah.
isn't, you know, and that this has real world implications too, because if you're
Yeah.
wrong about somebody and you put this information out there, especially if you dox them, you could ruin their life.
Doesn't the
Yeah.
National
And that's what
Enquirer
I've been
already do that?
seeing. Yeah.
Well, no,
I
they
mean,
have. Yeah, the Inquirer kind of did do that, especially with the Jeff Bezos stuff. They put
Mhm.
information out there that some have questioned the veracity of it, and they pretty much, caused Jeff Bezos and his former wife to divorce and lose a chunk of his money. So, yeah, the
Well,
Inquirer and magazines already do that. But that form of journalism, and I want to say this, just because you call people out does not mean you're a journalist. Let's make that also clear. It doesn't mean you're a journalist. Um, I believe journalists operate on a different set of ethics and standards than people who make call outs or the people who work at the National Enquirer. Um, these people who do this stuff and break this stuff, I don't think they're journalists. So they don't have to operate under a code of ethics or, you know, reveal their sources or shit like that. So, um, you know, the Inquirer to me is the same thing as those who make call outs. The only difference is for the Inquirer doesn't make as many fallacious statements or um, God, what's it called? Uh, not statements, but they don't make as many. I've lost. I don't know. I forgot what the word was. It was on the tip of my tongue. But
mm,
yeah, no. These people, they're like the Inquirer. The only difference is they are playing with fire,
yeah.
and they can't get sued for it because few furries have the money to sue for libel or defamation of
Yeah.
character. Plus, if you
Now,
do, some of these furries who do want to go down that route kind of have shitty character in as is. So
yeah.
but
And you touched on something that I want to talk about, and that is doxing, because that's part of cancel culture. Is that when people who participate in cancel culture, they want to dox someone, I think that's going way too far.
mhm,
It's even worse. It's even worse when our respected journalists and our respected news outlets like the New York Times, they decide to dox somebody on their platform with thousands of followers to for whatever reason, just because they disagree with them. And on a side note, we've also been seeing that people who have thousands of followers on their Twitter, furries that have thousands of followers on Twitter, they will send their Twitter army to go after somebody that they disagree with just because they disagree or they've been called out. And I don't think that's fair either. Like, come on. You know, you should not be treating your Twitter followers like soldiers in an army. They're not your army. They're they're following you because they enjoy your content. What you post, they enjoy.
mhm,
And they enjoy consuming that content. They're not supposed to be doing your bidding.
yeah,
They're not supposed to be going after somebody you don't like. Just because you don't like them doesn't mean you have to sick your Twitter followers on them so that they can be harassed all the live long day. Like, can we at least agree that this kind of action is
well,
totally reprehensible? It's unacceptable when people do it,
well,
especially especially popular furries.
I think in certain situations. So with the situation involving Aries, and for those of you who don't know, Aries um, is a macro fur. He's well, I guess was widely known in the macro community at the time before he did what he did as a, I guess, generally positive figure. Here's a guy with who's had a lot of friends who made models, did animations, and was generally liked. Unfortunately, stuff surfaced that painted Aries as being transphobic and racist, and he was outed. People came after him, and unfortunately, and this is my opinion, of course, his life was not ruined. And I am of the belief that his statements that he said about George Floyd and transgendered people warrant him being outed in real life, because that is completely uncalled for. In situations like that, where you have someone who is incredibly toxic, who is a blight and a cancer in society, I don't have a problem with someone sending their Twitter armada after them, because you can't allow that type of behavior to be
But what
normalized.
would they do? What would they do except harass them? Like
I guess that's it.
there's a big difference between telling your Twitter followers, "Hey, please block and unfollow this guy. This person is toxic and he's a racist and he's a transphobe." You don't need this toxic individual in your Twitter feed. You don't need to be following them. You don't need to be giving them a platform. And it's totally different to tell people, "Hey, tell this racist SOB, tell him off and whatever, and just make his life hell today." There's a big difference between those two.
My dick is hard. Yeah, no, 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 you're absolutely right.
Excuse me?
Oh, you're absolutely right. Shit. No, you're absolutely right. There is a difference, and I think most people, generally, who do have that ability to send armadas after other people, they just say, "Hey, so and so is this, block them and move on. Please don't harass them." Now, I'm not saying you're wrong in that there have been instances where people have gone out of their way to say, "Hey, go harass this person, make their life miserable." And in those cases, I think that's wrong, because even though they're a racist piece of shit and a transphobe, you should not harass anyone, because that may drive that person to either dig their heels in deeper or do something totally off the cuff, like kill
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
So I think there's a
Um,
fine line, but in general, I don't, for the most part, I don't have an issue with people
I
sending
mean,
others after them if it's
well,
in
I
certain
mean,
cases.
no, I mean, I'm saying that we have talked about individuals that have been canceled and they've kind of been deplatformed on Twitter by the furry community,
Hmm.
and and people have been saying that, just block, report,
Move on.
unfollow this
Yeah.
person. But we've talked about people on Twitter that when you do that and you start harassing them en masse, like, large group of people are going after this person, that you don't know exactly what they're going to do next, and they can be totally wildly unpredictable. Like the whole thing with Nass effect. He After he was called out, he of course started to downplay the entire situation. He was acting like a complete asshole.
Yeah, he was.
And then the very next day, he was threatening the people that called him out, including Sonic Fox. Like that's what I'm saying. You don't know what they're going to do next. So you don't want to push somebody into doing something brash, either on social media or in real life.
You don't, but I do think that there's a responsibility at least to, again, call these people out for who they are and what they're doing, and telling people, "Hey, the block can move on." In the case of doxing, I also think in certain situations, like a Aries situation, that that person needs to be outed, their life to be quote unquote ruined, because what they've done is just so egregious. And you know what? My argument is, if you don't levy some kind of punishment on people who take it to the nth degree and past that, they're never going to learn. And I know some people say, well, removing them from the community and blocking them, they're not going to learn. They're just going to fall back into their old ways. That may be true, but part of punishment is having some kind of repercussion that follows your mistake. I don't think removing someone from a community in many cases is good punishment. I think it just allows them to
So this
go
is
to another community under another
so
name and
there
start over.
so there's another kind of controversy that you bring up, and that's mob justice.
Yes.
And I personally do not agree with mob justice
Okay.
because I don't feel like it's the place of mobs to determine whether someone is guilty or not of anything.
Hmm.
Um, in the case of Eris, um, I have no words. Um, Certainly he didn't learn because when when people were asking for to give him forgiveness, to let him be forgiven, 2 days later he was right back to where he was, and he was talking to the same racist sons of bitches
Yeah.
that
It'd be
he was
like that.
caught with the first time. I do understand that he didn't learn his lesson, but at the same time, I'm not going to be the one pushing for mob justice on him, even if he is a racist son of a bitch, racist, transphobic son of a bitch.
And I can respect that, and I can understand where you're coming from. It
Um,
isn't our
I do feel
job
like he
to.
was supposed to be, he should have been removed for the furry community, but also I feel like these things, what he was saying, were kind of festering, and he was saying these things for quite a while. It wasn't just something that he started saying in the heat of the moment,
Yeah. No.
or
This had been.
in a month. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been going on for years. So you have to deprogram that. And if you don't, if well, removing it from the community is one thing, but you need to actually, the community needs to push him into getting help so that he can actually start to know the consequences of his thoughts, of what he believes, and actually feel the consequences and learn from those consequences. I don't believe that doxing actually serves that purpose. I think it's just another way of dishing out mob justice that can actually be quite harsh and very difficult to overcome. Even if you learned your lesson, the mob doesn't quite um, doesn't quite forgive that well.
That's fair. And again, as I said, I don't think it's our. I can see why people are hesitant to sit back and say, well, it's up to us to hand out justice that
Yeah.
way. Well, we aren't
I also I
judge,
also want
jury,
to
and
make it very,
executioner.
yeah, okay. But I also want to make it clear, I'm not condoning anything Harris said. He is a racist, transphobic piece of shit, and I want to make that very, very clear. And yeah, he needs to be reprimanded for every single thing he said. But yeah, I don't think mob justice is the way to go.
Yeah. So why don't we then segue into another form of how social media has impacted the furry fandom? And this is my
Hmm.
favorite one: porn.
Yes. Let's talk about porn. Everybody loves porn.
I love
Well,
porn.
except for the prudes, but
Well,
most
they don't
everybody
care.
in the
Did
furry
did you
community, they
say
love porn.
They don't
did
care.
you say porn or did you say corn?
I said porn.
Porn.
P O R
Corn.
Porn.
N. Porn.
Oh, corn.
As in the
I
stuff
like I
as in the
like
stuff that
buttered
you fap your
corn
dick to.
By the way, Lifty,
like it's got some butter in there, some sweet corn,
I
some
think it's
cornbread. You know.
I think now's a good time for us to look into taking some calls from the audience about our
Well,
topics
do
so
we have
far.
hold on. Do we have
There's
any
like two
callers?
people watching.
There's five.
Well,
Juvie.
well, we don't have any
One of them
callers.
is
We don't have any
me.
callers though. We don't have any callers.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you all a link. Oh, someone's in the mod chat.
Do do
So
do
if you are
do
interested
do.
in joining and giving us a call, we're gonna link you to our Discord, and that's how you all give us and talk to us and give your opinion on something. So
Yeah. So if you're following us on Twitter at Furry Frequency, we have been tweeting quite a bit in the past hour or so. We tweeted out our pinned post is our Discord link. Just click on that and that will take you straight to our README chat. Please make sure to read the README chat. Make sure to read all the rules and get acquainted with how our show works. And then when you're ready to talk, just jump into the waiting room.
Yeah, yeah. We look forward to hearing from you all.
Yeah.
But porn.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to talk, just go ahead and be in the waiting room and send a message to our mod, and we'll send you to talk to us in a minute.
Silux,
What's up?
when you were fishing through those different screens and stuff, we saw the porn posted in the.
Oh, Jesus fucking Mary Christ, Judder Joseph. Okay, well, you know what? I swear to God, I hope the YouTube censors don't. You know what? Don't catch that, but I'll edit that out when I post the video. Alright, so let's talk about porn. Actual porn. Good porn. Not the shitty porn that you see on FA when you look under the macro tag and you're like, what the fuck is this? This is horrible. I don't know why my dick is hard from it. Good porn. Social media has allowed...
You mean the dick that you don't use?
Fuck you. Social media has allowed...
If you did that, then that means you'd be using it, but you don't, so I have nothing to worry about.
Okay. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up.
That's the thing. You can't, because you always need the little blue pill to help you out.
I don't use Viagra, but because I have porn,
I know, I can tell.
I have porn to help me. You know, I have the good thing about Twitter, and I know people say, well, Twitter is bad for posting porn and it honestly is. The good thing about Twitter is you can share porn near it instantaneously. Like, holy shit. You can type in a tag. It's like this. Go on Twitter, type in big-breasted vixens. All right?
Huh?
I guarantee you will find
that sounds like some fucking zoophilia bullshit right there.
Big-breasted vixens is not zoophilia. It's literally big-titty fox ladies. You know, like.
Well, I mean, you're imagining, naked fucking foxes, which is zoophilia. So get out of here, you dog fucker.
You know what I meant.
I know what you meant, but the thing is that you want to put boobs on a fox and call that sexy.
What? There literally is. Okay. If I go to... Okay, there's a macro artist called Teaselbone, right, who does amazing hot macro art. Oh my god, yes, I love his stuff. He drew Lady Maid Marian as a macro, right? It's hot. It's on Twitter. It's great. Twitter allows us the near instantaneous spreading of porn. Not only that, because furries are incredibly horny, most furries you talk to have what's known as an AD, or After Dark account. Now, what they do on the After Dark account, some may make it open to the world. They know who they are. Some may leave it private. Some may actually charge you money to look at it. Why?
First of all, if I wanted to fucking pay money to see someone's naked ass, I wouldn't do that. I can get ass any day of the week for fucking free. I don't need.
So, Silox, I just searched for big-breasted vixen on Twitter, and the first two posts. Okay, so the first post is from Cartoon Porn Comics, Big-Breasted Babes by Get Sketchy, and they are big-breasted babes.
Hey,
one of them going
ew,
with the
boobies.
Look. The other one is this big-breasted woman jerking off a man.
Ew, boobs. Ew, dick.
She's wearing a green bra. I mean, she's very attractive. She's very attractive.
Would you smash?
Attractive to the
side.
Oh,
no! Oh, no! God, why did she do that? She spat on the dick.
Oh God, I think I threw up. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, like, oh my God, like, why?
Is that the sound of you throwing up?
See,
it was so great until she did that. It was so great until she did that.
Y'all nasty.
This isn't a furry. No, this isn't furry. None of these posts are furry. None.
What kind of? Is it real life stuff?
Yes, most of it is real life.
Is she wearing like a fox costume or something?
No.
And she has big tits.
She has big tits.
Is this Lisa Ann?
Lisa, I don't know. I don't know these.
Why don't I know this and I'm gay? The point is,
no. It's Elise Brittany.
Send me that. Okay.
Mia.
All right. Send me the non-spitting picture later on because I gotta research this.
Non-spitting? No, it's a video.
What are you talking about?
Send me the video later on because I gotta see this for myself. for reasons.
Fitting and all.
I gotta make sure that I'm gay. Anyway, porn is amazing. Everybody loves porn, even the people who don't love porn. Okay, I know who y'all are. All right, but
Why do
seriously,
you keep smacking your lips? Okay, Lifty, I'm sorry. I can't fucking let it go anymore.
Here
I'm
goes.
sorry. I have to mention it. You are smacking your lips like a fucking ooh, I can't even describe it. It's like
love
every
this. I love
other
what I'm
word.
doing to him.
Like what? Why?
I love this.
Why?
Oh, I know who that is. Okay, yeah, I've seen her porn before. She aight. She nothing special. She aight. Anyway,
Fat on the dick.
well, you know what? That brings her down from an 8 to a 2. But yeah. So furries are incredibly horny. And social media has allowed the proliferation of porn. FA is like 99% porn, I think. Don't quote me on that number. You have E621, which is a thing.
Dude, I fucking love E621. Dude, well, see, I hate it now that they have that fucking. You have to sign in order to see the
Yeah.
porn. I still love it. You just be able to go on there and immediately get porn because when you want to fap, you don't have to fucking log in. You know.
Well, you know something even better is that someone based created a little bot that will actually bring you E621 porn as it's posted to E621 based on your keywords.
On Telegram too. Which
Yeah,
is
on
great.
Telegram. It's great. It's the E621.net watch bot, and you just type in your tags. That
And you don't have
would
to
usually
like log in anymore, right? You can just
No,
hit the
no.
fucking
It just
E621
it sends it
Oh
to you.
fuck yes, bro! Fuck yes,
It sends it straight to you on Telegram.
Oh my
dude!
god.
I get so much fucking jackal porn now. Jesus fucking.
Yes, absolutely. I'm
Come
surprised
on.
people don't know about this.
You
It's
see
great.
you see how I said that furries are disgusting? This is why. Because y'all are horny as shit. Me, I'm not horny. I don't get horny, okay? I don't have urges, right? I don't jerk off. I don't do
Maybe I
anything
should
about
just
that.
hold up, Silox. What if I sent you a bottle of Prostagenics?
Don't know what that is. But
It means you want to have
Prostagenic,
sex with
it-
people with prosthetics.
ew.
No. It's the pills that Larry King takes so that he can get horny.
Hi, I'm Larry King, and I take pills to get my dick hard. Is that what he does? Is that what he does?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Larry King-
I heard
Larry
I heard a
King doesn't
commercial
get
with
me
him, and it's
anymore.
like, oh
I'm
god,
surprised he's
Larry
still alive.
King is horny.
He's had so many wives. Dude's a player at this point, I think.
He
Or a
is a
pimp.
player.
I don't know.
That's because he's outlived all of his wives.
Oh, he's divorced some of them, too. He's divorced some of
No.
them. Right?
He's 86. He's 86.
Why isn't he dead yet? I mean,
Because
like,
God has a purpose.
nobody that lives.
He
Where
takes-
does he live in New York, right?
God has a purpose. That's why he's still alive.
Larry King is.
To shill boner
Don't-
pills. There you go.
Don't shit on Larry King.
He's aight. Nothing special. But,
Why do you keep smacking your fucking lips?
no, going back to porn real quick.
I'm down.
A lot of furries, as I said before, have ADs, which are after darks. I have one, but I don't post porn on it. I just post the occasional rants on politics, or I retweet stuff that I won't go into topic on here. It's nothing inappropriate. It's just they'll hound me and make fun of me if I tell them. Point is, pretty much everyone has an AD. Now, some people get really freaky with their ADs. As I said before, some people make you pay to look at their AD, which I think is the stupidest thing. First of all, you sitting there with an ass flatter than Kansas, and you think I want to see your ugly ass and pay $5 to see your dick? No, but people do that, and it's
How does it go
fucking
from
great.
seeing your ass to then their dick? Like, where's that?
Holy shit! If you can charge people money to see porn on Twitter, I think it's stupid, but it's fucking brilliant. All right, so I like what you're doing. I'm just saying,
Well,
the people
you
who
have to
post that shit are
understand.
ugly as fuck.
You have to understand, though, that kind of ingenuity is the reason why OnlyFans exists. Have you thought about that?
God.
Well, then the thing is that there's obviously people out there that are that fucking desperate to
For
show
money.
off their body, and they want to do it for a fucking profit. Well, one,
Yeah, exactly.
in the
So
hold on,
prostitution.
in the eyes of the law, that's called prostitution. And in
No,
many
no, no,
states,
no,
it's
no. We-
shut up. Would you shut the fuck up for a second? God damn it! If you're making a profit off of it, in the eyes of the law, that's called prostitution. In many states, that's illegal. So, a lot of these websites are trying to quote unquote give prostitution a platform. Can you stop eating for a second? What are you doing? Quit. So they're in violation of of that law code section. Now, is anything really going to be done about it? Probably fucking not, because it's not one of the biggest things on law enforcement's fucking plate right now, as you can pretty much fucking guess. But when you're going online and you're selling, oh, I got a dick pic for you for $5, fucking, that's prostitution. You are giving away, you're selling your body. Not technically for sex, but it's still called selling your body.
Well, I mean, no, that's sex work. And
Yeah.
if they're safe about it and they're responsible, what's the harm?
It's called being illegal.
Well, I mean,
it's
that's
illegal.
that's what I'm saying.
So
It
is
should not be
smoking pot,
illegal.
People still
It's
smoke
illegal.
pot.
It should
It
not
is
be illegal.
It is illegal. It
That's
is in
why
the law.
that's why the American Society of Sexuals is pushing for the
God.
legalization and regulation of sex work.
Oh, then go take it. If you want to appeal the law, then go to the Board of Legislature
ASS.
and file for.
We're working on it. We're working on it. Just give it a minute.
This man
It's going to take longer than a fucking
literally
minute. It's gonna take
founded
about 12 years.
an organization called Ass. You cannot make this up. This is what he does in his spare time. He thinks of shit like this. What are you doing
What do
with
you
your
mean?
life?
What are you talking about?
That's what I thought. But you're the one who came up with
Sex
it.
work. No, sex. Let me tell you something. Sex work is the most sexual work in the universe. We need to protect sex work because it is sexual. It is inherently sexual. We cannot call ourselves sexuals. Cannot call this.
He is a
sexual. Cannot call each other sexuals if they do not support sex
Let me
work.
ask you this: Are
They
you
do
a
not
lot
support-
lizard in your days off?
No.
And why is this such
What
a
the
touchy
fuck?
subject? Why is this such a touchy subject?
I'm saying that as a sexual, I support sex work and sex workers because that is supporting the right of someone else to be sexual.
Lifty, if you sell porn, just admit it. I'm not going to judge.
I don't sell porn.
Okay. Do you
He
stream?
doesn't
just
sell
saying.
porn. He just sells. I mean, he goes to the truck stop and says, "Hey, buddy, you want some of this right here?"
No, that's
Fuck
not.
off. I don't do that either.
That's not him. That's some locals who I won't mention. But can't mention people's real names. On
Yeah,
it. Oh,
I
they're
know
friends.
y'all's people in Dundalk are pretty nasty looking.
Okay, you know what? I'm not from Dundalk. Can y'all stop with the whole Dundalk stuff? I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, not from Dundalk. Okay?
You sound very proud to be from Baltimore.
It's a good city. I love Baltimore. Okay? It's a great city. It gets a
It's
bad rap
depressing.
for a lot of reasons I won't go into. But shut up. Going back to porn real quick. For those of you who are listening who want to see something really interesting, go on FA or go on Twitter or go on E621. Type in the word Falco. That's Falco. Falco. Like, the guy who made that song Rock Me Amadeus. That guy. I think he's dead. Alright,
He is dead.
Oh, rest in peace. Falco. But yeah, type in the word Falco. If you're feeling a little bit mysterious, type in the word Falco and building. Yeah, do that. Now, what comes up is some interesting shit. So
It's fucking Star Fox, I mean, it's exactly that. Fucking Falco sticking his dick in a goddamn building. It's macro shit. We know you're into that shit. Okay?
no, the people listening might not be into that or know what that is. I'm just trying to help them. All right? This
Everyone, let me fill you in on a little bit of Psylocke here. Okay, he likes
fuck you. Don't do that.
he
He can't even do it.
I can't. He likes big boys that stick their dick in buildings.
Look, all I'm saying is when I first saw this, and when I first joined the fandom, I looked up accidentally Star Fox, and the first image I saw was Falco going to town on a skyscraper. So I thought to myself, okay, this is weird, it's hot.
So let me ask you something. How is that hot? Because I mean, you're fucking a building, so you're literally sticking your flesh into a building of concrete and glass. I mean, imagine you got all these micro cuts on your penis now because you're literally fucking. No, I'm being fucking real here.
Oh.
So listen here. If you're fucking a building, you got pieces of furniture going down your urethra now at this point. So you're basic. It's almost like sounding now. And then you've got cuts all over. It's not
Wow,
hot.
there goes my
How is that
boner.
fucking hot?
Well, you have to use macro physics. So with macro physics, pretty much
It doesn't
physics
exist.
as
What are
we
you
know it
fucking
doesn't.
talking about?
That's how macros make it work. Macro physics.
It's just like, fucking. Apparently, you can fucking take this tiny, twinky little fox and then make him ride a flipping airplane. Like, literally, not ride on it, but ride it. A
That's hot.
fucking dick that's 40 times the size of him, and it just
Oh,
disappears into
well,
thin air.
I ain't
And it
into
just comes
hyper.
up as a little belly bulge. You mean, like, what?
Ew.
Okay, what?
I ain't into hyper, but yeah, you can. So like macros can
You're
fuck
not into
anything.
hyper?
I'm not. But macros
Okay,
can fuck anything.
what? Isn't macro the same fucking thing?
No, hyper is would be like a dick that's way bigger than, let's say, a fox. That's hyper. Macro
That's just called a
is.
macro dick. Ah.
Oh my god. Okay, look. The good thing about macro is it's hot as fuck. Like there's nothing sexier than watching a big, tall, beefy caribou in Swiss underwear with a Swiss flag in his hand, getting ready to just obliterate a city with one step. Like that is hot as fuck. And see,
Skylark,
you
for
can
the
find.
for the clarity of all of our listeners, I
Yes.
just want to make it known that that is your character that you're describing.
Is it? I don't think so.
It is.
Shh, they can't know that. That's weird. Look, the point is, social media has done wonders for the furry fandom, and porn is no different. A lot of porn gets shared, a lot of porn gets consumed. Hell, people have sex in fursuits. Apparently, that's a thing. I didn't realize that until recently, but they do it, right? That's another thing, by the way, that gets consumed a lot in social media: fursuits, right? Now, I'll keep this brief because we're running out of time, but the way this fandom I guess fetishizes fursuits is kind of, on the one hand it's cute, like, oh hey look, this guy has a nice fursuit, it's so cute, but on the other hand it's really weird. Like social media really amplifies just how awesome it is to have a fursuit. And it makes it really seem that if you don't have a fursuit, you don't matter. And that's because of how social media has framed
Well, I don't have a fursuit, and I'm
a
cooler than
fursuit.
any other fucking suitor that exists. Like,
You're pretty damn cool. You're
yeah,
pretty
thanks,
damn cool.
man.
No problem.
But everyone in this room is cool. Sorry, Happy, you're not in this room, so you're not cool.
Wow. What do you mean to Happy? Like Jeff, Happy does good work. Okay.
Yes.
You rename the fucking bot Craig.
Jeff, Craig, dude, it's a robot. Who cares? They don't matter, right?
See, my old boss was Craig, and he's a fucking cunt.
Well, most Craigs are, except for Craig of the Creek. He's okay, but you know,
Motherfucker never did a goddamn ounce of work. And he's like, okay, you're gonna have to do some work if you want a paycheck. I'm like, you suck my fucking cock, and maybe you get a
what
fucking
is
reward.
with you and dicks? No, ew.
What's with you and fucking feet?
That's different. That's
No,
like
it's not. It's the same fucking thing.
big difference. But fursuits, I guess, are because of how we consume social media. Fursuits are seen as the end all be all in a lot of respects, and they do have, and let's be honest, an elevated status within the furry community because because of things like fucking Fursuit Friday. Oh, it's Fursuit Friday. I gotta post pictures of my fursuit. Here it is. Look at this cool picture of me in my fursuit on a mountain.
And the thing is, it's like they'll
it's
fucking
weird.
post pictures of their fursuit on fucking Friday, but every other day of the fucking week they're still posting pictures of it. So I was like, it doesn't make it any more fucking special.
It really
for
doesn't.
Friday. We see your fucking fursuit every fucking thing, every goddamn thing. Thank you for reminding us you have a fursuit, you cunt. Now go fade away.
You know, some people actually are following fursuiters because they post fursuit content.
Yeah, just for that.
I mean, so if they're posting, so they post it on Fursuit Friday, if they post it on Thursday, if they post it on Monday, it doesn't matter because that's why people are watching that account
Hmm.
because they want to see fursuit content.
Yeah. And I have a good friend of mine. I won't say his name, but he's actually in this call out. He's actually still in this chat. I still think he is getting a fursuit in, I think, September, and it's of this such cute and adorable snap a snow leopard, and oh my god, the minute he wears it, I have to get fursuit pictures with it because it's so damn cute. And he is so excited to get a fursuit, and I think the good thing about that is um, seeing someone be that excited to wear a shag carpet, but treat it as if it's another human being with love and care. It's something nice about that. It's gonna make him happy. It makes me happy to wear a suit, and it makes a lot of people happy to wear a fursuit.
The
And
reason
so,
why, and this not only because it takes a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of patience to get a fursuit, but a lot of people pour their heart and soul, their alter ego, what they aspire and wish they were, and hope to be into this fursuit. They get to become their ideal being.
yeah,
The people always, if you create a persona, that is what you ultimately connect with. That is uh, your self. So many people or feel insecure in their own skin that they create their own persona, i.e.,
Mhm.
they get into the furry fandom because they don't feel comfortable being themselves because they think that they themselves are not worthy. So that's why they create a persona. So then they spend all this time, all this effort creating one, and it comes to life in the form of a fursuit, and they get to wear it. That's when they truly become something that they feel connected, a strong feeling or a connection with, and that's why they're so proud of it. They can post it, and that's great that they can do that. That they feel so compelled to do it, and these are the ones that they take it to a whole new level, where it's not just an interest; it is their way of life. But there's this fucking tangent where it starts getting weird. And
yeah,
that's the extremes. And then there's another tangent beyond that. That's not just weird; it's just nasty. And they're only in it for one specific thing, and that's how crusty can I make my fucking fursuit?
ew. But
And
yeah, those
Oh,
people exist.
oh, what the fuck? God damn it! Ah.
oh,
Severe
you got,
thunderstorm.
yeah,
Oh, I'm under a tornado warning!
wonderful.
Well, go hide.
Ah!
Go in the basement.
I don't have a fucking basement, you cunt. But
Well, that's
anyway,
your
before
problem.
before I fucking die, let it be known you have, of course, every right to go out, do whatever the fuck you want within, in the fandom. But know that every fucking choice you make has a consequence. Whether you decide that you want to be someone uh, good, i.e., help out, be a positive figure, or be a smut lord, which there's plenty of. Go out and make smutty, slutty content, which there's no shortage of that. I'm going to let you know, and I don't really have to let anyone know. Everybody fucking knows they could go anywhere on Twitter, anywhere on fucking Fur Affinity, and there's just dicks everywhere, butts.
Thanks, social media.
And then there's people that I've fursuiters that I've hugged at previous conventions where I'm finally seeing videos of their suit getting cummed on by a large group of people, and I'm
Ugh,
just like,
same. It's weird.
so I hugged that suit, and I don't even know if he washed it because there's a lot. I'm not going to name names, but one of them lives here in Virginia, just a little bit south of me, who has a fursuit dedicated specifically for the nasty stuff, and he refuses to wash it because he says, "quote unquote," it adds to the overall character. That's what
Oh
he's a dirty boy.
no,
So it
Ew.
is a completely unwashed fursuit that has
no.
been, yeah, it's disgusting. But there's people like that in the fandom that exist, and the thing is that they're out in public. They go to conventions with these very same suits, letting people hug them. That's where my disgust and mercy comes from. If you like it, that's good for you. But for the love of fucking God, which a lot of you assholes don't fucking believe in. I don't either. I don't give a shit. Well, anyway, fucking point is, if you're gonna do that shit, keep a lid on it. You know, be courteous to others who don't follow your same beliefs and don't share your same fucking your same likes. If
Yeah.
if you're gonna be nasty, okay, save it for a group that likes to be nasty too and is okay with it. Like if you're gonna wear your nasty fucking fursuit that's got cum all over it, do it in a space where everybody's all right with it. Don't go out in the fucking, common space and be, oh, give me a hug. And like, what's that smell? Oh, it's just my suit. I haven't washed it in 3 years.
Ew. Yeah,
Yeah,
people do that though.
yeah.
Be a nasty boy. But thank you for that wonderful insight. Please don't die from the tornado. But
I'm gonna try not to, but
yeah, do it for the brand. But
what the fuck?
yeah, but it
Sorry
is an
about that.
hour, and we thank you all so much for listening to this inaugural Twitch live stream of Furry Frequencies, episode 67, where we talked about social media and its impacts on the furry fandom and all that wonderfulness. So I
Among
guess
other things.
yes, I'm guessing since none of us have been pinged on Twitter for saying anything inappropriate or being canceled, this was decent and a success, so I'll roll with that. Until
See,
next
you
time,
should you should actually be fucking proud of me because you haven't had to censor me yet.
I've never censored you once, but
Bullshit!
here he
Fucking
goes.
bullshit!
Here he goes.
You are a fucking cunt for that one.
Don't you
You
have
have.
don't you have a tornado warning to attend to?
You're right. I do.
Okay, don't die, please, especially on live
Anyway,
stream.
I would like to thank everybody for joining us on this live podcast, and thank you so much. Um, we will be streaming live on Twitch Tuesday nights at 9:30. So we have to fix our little banner here that says Monday at 9. We're going to change that to Tuesday at 9:30. But if you'd like to join the conversation, please feel free to follow us on Twitter first at Furry Frequency, and there will be a link to join our Discord chat. From there, you can join the conversation and talk to us about different topics that we're talking about. Um, Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to our videos, and also hit that bell for notifications on new videos as they drop. Because we're doing this on Twitch now, you're going to see live podcasting almost instantaneous Tuesday nights at 9:30 p.m.
Woo!
Eastern Standard Time, only on Twitch.
Lord have mercy, it took us 67 episodes, almost 2 years of doing this to finally get our asses on Twitch. Amazing.
Well, that's just a matter of us like learning what to do after we've done it for a while. We're just experimenting with everything.
It's good to
Um,
experiment.
yes, it is. It is. So yeah, we're gonna branch out and we're gonna do some big things with this. I'm
Try
glad.
everything. I try everything. It's a good Shakira song.
Everything is awesome.
That's a horrible song. I hate that song. Okay.
I got
Anyway,
that
Talking
stuck in
about?
your head now, eh?
no, only because a certain person has begged me to watch the Lego movie and sing that song, and God, he's gonna give me so much shit now because he's probably listening to this and it's gonna ream my asshole after this is over. But with that in mind, thank you all for watching Furry Frequencies. This has been Silox.
Lifty.
Huh? Oh, IBM.
Um,
Ah,
This has
no.
been Furry Frequencies. With that said, this has been Furry Frequencies. We're signing off. Thank you and have a wonderful night.
God, my
Bye,
cat
everyone.
just bit me again.
Fuck.
You asshole! Stop biting me. God, she's so mean. Now she just bit me in my leg.
So we have Silox being attacked by a cat and IBM being attacked by a windy boy.
Oh God. Good night,
Who's
Herndon.
gonna Herndon?
Yeah, good night, Herndon, Virginia.
No, 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 no! Get the fuck out with this imaginary land bullshit that you keep talking about.